to All Day Live. We're so glad that you're here on this Friday. We made it. It is finally Friday. A little dreary out there. A little, yeah, it's going to spit some rain out at us probably today, but it's going to be a great day, great weekend, and hoping you can spend much of the next couple of hours with us because we got a lot going on. Here is what is on tap. Don't look ahead, because there's some, oh, it doesn't work. I was going to cover it up. There's some fun stuff coming. Republican state senator surprised a lot of people when he decided not to run for re-election after a string of 4 terms. It all started when he was just 26 years old. We're going to talk to Senator Jeremy Miller here in just a couple of minutes. We have meteorologist Keith Marler, who will give us the details on what we can expect tonight, your Farm Aid forecast if you're going to be going to that concert, and much more as we head into this fall weekend. And speaking of Farm Aid, Lauren is out there. She's going to preview what is a historic concert. It's never been here before. It's a really, really big deal. And there's a new act that they added just a couple of days ago. By new act, I mean like iconic. So we'll tell you about that. Speaking of iconic, Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers, is here. No big deal, right? That'll be at 1 o'clock. Very excited to talk to him. He is here because he has a very personal connection to the University of Minnesota, and he is really passionate about giving back and helping out aspiring musicians who may not have the resources. So he is teaming up with the U of M in a really special way, and we'll talk to him coming up at 1 o'clock. Right after that, about 1:15 or so, we're going to talk about some of those social media skin trends that are out there. Beef tallow, really? This is a thing? We're going to have a dermatologist walk us through what's safe, what actually works, what you might not want to use. And then a little bit later, we're going to go out to the farm. Always. We always love going to the farm. This one in Wyoming, Minnesota. We're going to have some fun, fall fun at Pine Haven Farm. So we're very excited to bring you all of that and much more following developing news, anything that's happening in real time. We'll rip and read, as we used to say back in the old days. And we'll bring it to you as soon as we can. All right, let's start with some headlines, though. Today, some of you will know this, it is early voting gets going today across the state. We are now 46 days before Election Day. We wanted to just show you some of the key races that are happening. So we'll start in Minneapolis. We know that mayor is on the ballot along with city council, school board members, and mayor also on the ballot in St. Paul. A couple of special elections, Senate District 47. So this is the Woodbury area. This is the seat that was held by Nicole Mitchell. She's the one who resigned after that first-degree burglary conviction earlier this year. And then Senate District 29, this was the seat that was held by Bruce Anderson. Anderson passed away just a couple of months ago in July. District 29 includes parts of western Hennepin County along with Meeker and Wright County as well. So those are kind of the key races that we're keeping an eye on today as early voting gets going here in some of those places across the state. Okay, so this is a story that is, it's overwhelming and it is really hard to break down. So we thought we would slow it down for you just a little bit. It's been developing here over the course of the last few days. Yesterday culminated with some criminal charges that were filed against 8 people who are accused of defrauding the state's Housing Stabilization Services program. That's under the Department of Human Services, or DHS. Prosecutors here are saying that millions of dollars have gone missing as a result of this scheme, like millions and millions of dollars. This was a program that was created in 2020. It was the first of its kind to help people like seniors, people with disabilities, mental illnesses, substance abuse, help them find a place to live coming out of COVID. Paid out more than $300 million over 4.5 years as different companies enrolled in this program. Federal prosecutors are saying that that money was, quote, simply stolen. So funding to that program has been cut off. 5 defendants already appeared in court. They have pleaded not guilty to those charges, and prosecutors do say that they expect more charges as this investigation continues. So we'll continue to follow that. There's been a little bit of a kind of drip of this story over the course of the last couple of months, and our Corn Hoggard had a good recap of it yesterday. We did something else last night, so you can check out our website if you want to learn a little bit more about that. Okay, earlier this week, we told you just a couple of days ago when we learned in the morning that Governor Tim Walz is going to be seeking a third term. Well, tonight we are learning about his, I guess he's kicking off officially his re-election campaign. It's going to be a rally in downtown Minneapolis, 6 o'clock tonight. It would be historic if he won, because no Minnesota governor has ever won a third straight term since the state switched to four-year terms. That was back in 1963. Likely challengers on the Republican side, we believe, include Army veteran Kendall Walz, Dr. Scott Jensen, who of course ran against Walz in 2022, along with State Representative Kristen Robinson of Maple Grove. She threw her hat into the ring here about a month or so ago. So we'll continue to follow that for you as well. All right, Keith Marla is here to tell us a little bit about what we can expect, I guess, today. And Keith, I know folks are maybe heading out to the, it's going to widen out. I know it is.
I could just lean in like this.
Or you could just do that. Yeah. Yay! There we go. It's, you know what, it's Friday, and that camera's just like, you know what, I don't feel like moving. I'm just going to take my time. This weekend, you have a wedding that you're going to. We'll talk about that in a minute. But also, Farm Fest is something that a lot of people, Farm Aid. A lot of people are going to be going to. Tickets, it's outdoors. It's going to go on whether the weather is good or not, rain or shine. What are we looking at here for the next couple of days?
The bulk of the rain from this incredibly slow-moving low is today. So that's good news.
Okay.
So if you want to think about as the low's been approaching for the past 2.5 days, it will leave over the next 2.5 days. So we're kind of in the middle of it today. So remember back on Wednesday when we had like our 2 or 3 showers in the morning? Those UFO showers. Now, I'm not saying it's symmetrical. I'm not saying the exact same thing's going to happen, just in the opposite return. But the only thing that we had going on Wednesday, really, were those little pocket showers in the morning here in the metro, and then a couple of little weirdo drips in the afternoon in different locations. Then, so that would be kind of symmetric to what we're going to do on Sunday. On day 5, that was day 1. Day 2 is going to be like what day 4 is going to be like, where we had in the metro, we didn't see anything until yesterday evening. Now we got a couple of downpours yesterday evening, but they were very patchy.
They were, but can I tell you, I have 2 teenagers and they don't get excited about much. Both of them at the same time came running into my room. Mom, you have to look outside.
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
You can't even see across the street.
I mean, it was just intense. Yeah, we got a good quarter to a half inch of rain. We got a half inch of rain at my house.
Crazy.
You probably did the same thing. Parts of Anoka County got an inch of rain so quickly. Ooh. But I mean, bam, it was in, then bam, it was out, and then we were done.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful on either side of that for the day. Yeah. At least in the Twin Cities. Western Minnesota, you've been chugging around with, you've almost picked up 2 inches of rain over the past 2 or 3 days. Now, as this rolls out of the way, today's the rainiest of the days. We've got some rain that's been rolling on in, but we had cracks in the cloud cover. It was beautiful this morning. The clouds got thicker, but if you look down in southeastern Minnesota, down near down north of Rochester to Goodhue County, that cloud deck thins out a little bit. You see it's kind of missing. We're going to be back into some peaks of sunshine for the afternoon. That'll help to destabilize the atmosphere. We'll get a crack of thunder this afternoon. We'll see more of these little pocket showers evolve and move on up, but notice that motion is still from the southeast toward the northwest a little bit there, as it's still rolling around the low. The low hasn't kind of gotten on top of us yet, but as this low kind of gets on top and then pulls away, they will do kind of the opposite effect. Tomorrow will be kind of like yesterday, where things are patchy. And now when the patch is on top of you, yeah, you get a little bit of a, hey, I'm a shower or a thunder shower, but it will be patchy. You'll have plenty of niceness in between. Good. Like for that wedding, I got to sit outside for.
On the hook for that.
Yeah, and I literally am, and that there will be a hook that takes me out of where I am. They've got a stool.
Giant hook.
They've got a stool I will sit on. If it rains on them, I will sit in the stool in the rain. Everyone else is going to be covered with a tent, and I will sit in the rain.
With a dunce hat.
Yes. It has already been made, and it has been shown to me. I'm just the messenger, but still, it doesn't matter. I have, hey, it's her day. She's the bride. I have told her already, you know, I'm going by myself. My family's not part of this. So, I mean, hey, you can, if it makes everybody feel better, I'll be I'll be your jester.
Just gonna do it.
And then on Sunday's kind of like what we've done on whatever day, Wednesday. I got to think backwards. I can't do that this time of day. A nice day, but a couple of spritzes here and there.
Okay.
But 70s, you know, it's nice.
It is.
Humidity levels are noticeable, but not uncomfortable by any stretch.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, we're doing okay with this very slow-moving low.
We're just fine.
And when you think about it, we're picking up a couple of inches of rain, but it's such a leisurely pace. Now it comes down pretty heavy when it comes down sometimes, but it's overall it's not causing any flooding concerns.
Which is good.
So far, so good.
Yep.
We could pick up a couple of little weird. If you see it today, drop us a note and also tag the National Weather Service. They want to know if you see a cold air funnel. We've had those off and on this season.
Okay.
It looks like a tornado. It kind of acts like a tornado when it drops down. You've probably shown them here and there. Those cold air funnels, the little funnels that come down. But we're not tornadic. We're not severe storm mode. We're not sky aware. But a cold air funnel is it looks like it is a funnel dropping down from what is not a storm cloud. But they're really cool. But yeah, by all means, send it to us. Send it to Amy. Send it to the weather department.
Do they come down and
very rarely do they touch the ground.
Really
if they do manage to touch the ground, you end up with like wow, that's a really powerful wind. I mean, it would be more than a dust devil. It could cause a little bit of damage, but not tornado damage.
Okay.
It would be like a wow gust, like a 40 or 50 mile per hour wind all of a sudden hit the ground. But yeah, it's just kind of cool like that. And the next week looks pretty benign.
Okay.
And next week, by the way, is officially autumn.
It is Monday.
Are we going to celebrate?
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm off on Monday. I'm going out of town for this wedding. I'm going out of town. Do you know where I'm going?
Laconia?
I told the boss this because I'm taking off because I'm going out of town for a wedding.
Wait, should we be broadcasting this?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. They don't want
it's too late. I've been approved. I'm going to Lonsdale for a wedding.
Oh.
So it's out of town.
Wait a second. We have people here living in Lonsdale.
I know everyone lives in Lonsdale. I know. So it's not like I'm really going out of town.
Okay.
It's just I'm actually going to enjoy myself.
Good for you.
So I wanted to have at least a day of Sunday where I could just kind of chill out and then not have to worry about coming to work really.
Good for you.
Morning.
Well, enjoy, and it's going to be great no matter what. It's going to be great.
Yes, and I can wear a dunce cap like the best of them.
100%. All right. Thank you, Keith. Have a great weekend. Have a lot of fun. Thank you.
You too.
You too. And we're going to take a break right now. And you too can email us if you want. Let us know what kind of stories you want to see. And somebody said quilting a couple months ago, and I was like,
quilting?
I'm working on it. I'm working on that.
Jack got the coolest quilt for a graduation gift from his aunt.
Aww.
It's got music notes on it and piano things.
That is work from the heart right there. Oh, love it. All right. We'll be right back after this. Senator Jeremy Miller is going to be joining us on the other side of this break. Stay with us. All Day Live continues right after this. And welcome back to All Day Live here on this Friday. We are glad you're spending part of your afternoon with us. Thank you. I'm Amy Hockert, and I wanted to tell you about this next guest. So he was elected to the Minnesota Senate at the age of 26, the second youngest person to do that. It was 2010. Since then, he's been reelected 4 times, spending almost 16 years in the state legislature. So why is Republican Senator Jeremy Miller not running for re-election? Well, let's ask him. Senator Miller, thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, Amy. Thank you so much for having me.
Sure. Okay, so let's just start. Let's dive in. You're stepping aside, and I think it's fair to say that was surprising news to a lot of people. Can you tell us a little bit about why?
Well, it's time. My dad has always told me to go out on your own terms, and I feel like I'm going out on my own terms. No one is forcing me out. That's for sure. In fact, a lot of people have been a little disappointed with my decision, or they've been asking if I'm maybe thinking about running for governor or something else. But at this point, no, just stepping back for the time being. So I'm going out on my own terms, and my dad also always has said, go out when you're on top. And I've had the opportunity to work with so many great people to help accomplish so many wonderful things for people across the state of Minnesota. So I really do feel like I'm not only going out on my own terms, but going out while I'm on top.
Well, and thank you to the people for asking my next question. So you took care of that for me. So no plans to run specifically for governor or anything else right now?
No, I won't close the door on running for a public office again in the future. But at this point in time, it's time for me to step back. I have 3 young kids at home. Our twin boys are 12 years old. They just turned 12. We have a 13-year-old, almost 14 years old. And they're very involved in school, activities, sports. I have a beautiful wife at home, so it's time for me to take a step away. It's a tremendous sacrifice to be in the legislature, especially those of us from greater Minnesota. We spend a lot of time away from home, so it's time for me to be at home more, focus on my family, and be the best husband and the best father I can be. I'm also a small business owner, have multiple businesses here in Winona, and my wife and I also own and manage a number of different real estate properties as well. So we have a lot going on. We're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, and it's going to be nice to step away and focus more on family and business.
I think you're probably the only lawmaker I've ever prepped an interview for where I got some of my content from Recycling Today magazine. So I did. I literally went and saw an article in there. So let me take you back just a second, if I could. The decision not to run again, obviously there's the professional piece of it. It's also become a very personal decision now. And I'm just curious if you don't mind sharing how much of the current political, cultural climate had to do with your decision.
It certainly played a role. My philosophy during my time in public office has been to listen and work together and focus on getting good things done for the people that I have the honor of representing here in southeastern Minnesota and people across the great state of Minnesota. And it's all really, Amy, about building relationships and working together. And I will say that during the last 15, 16 years that I've been in the Senate, each year that goes by, it gets more and more divisive. It gets more and more nasty. It's become a lot more about what's best for me, or I, me, instead of what's best for the state. How can we work together? What can we do that would be in the best interest of the people of Minnesota? So we'll continue to focus on listening and working together, but it has gotten very divisive, and the polarization in politics is getting worse, and it needs to be more about what's best for the people, what's best for the state of Minnesota, and not so much what's best for one political party or the other.
Senator, do you get the sense that maybe we've hit bottom there, that maybe we are at that point now, given the political violence, where politicians are actually going to do some soul searching and actually turn down the rhetoric? I mean, what are your thoughts on just kind of talking with some of your other colleagues, other constituents? What do you think?
I sure hope that we've hit rock bottom, only because I hope it doesn't get any worse than what it is right now. We've seen some horrific tragedies right here in Minnesota with some of my very good friend Melissa Hortman and her husband getting assassinated, the attempted assassination of my good friend and colleague John Hoffman. And you don't want to see that here in Minnesota or anywhere else, whether it's public officials being targeted, whether it's schools or churches or places of worship or anywhere else, the violence in general, but especially the political violence, it needs to stop. There's no place for that. It's okay to disagree. We live in a democracy. It's good to have differing views and differing ideas. That's how we get to better solutions. But the violence is unacceptable, and then celebrating the violence is not only is it unacceptable, but it's just sickening, and it's very sad, the point that we're at right now. So to answer your question, I hope it doesn't get any worse. I hope this is rock bottom, and there's only room for improvement from this point forward.
You mentioned Speaker Emerita Hortman, and what a lot of people, I think, pointed out at the beginning of the session, this past session, was her ability, along with Senator Lisa Damoth from the Republican side, to really come together. And they had some really tough decisions that they had to make, including the power struggle right off the bat. Right, when you look at their examples on both sides of the aisle, and you're somebody who you've said, and I think you've shown over the years that is what your intent is as well. As we head into possibly a special session right now and into the session, how do you see that playing out? Because our memories are very short, right?
Yeah, they are. If you want to get anything done, especially in a split or divided legislature, you have to work together, and that's what we have in Minnesota right now. The House is split. The Senate is only a one-seat difference between Democrats and Republicans. So if we want to get anything done, we have to work together. Yeah, you can still be principled. You can still have different ideas. And again, bring those different ideas to the table, but let's have a respectful conversation on, number one, what is the issue? And then number two, what can we do to resolve that issue, or what solutions can we put forward to resolve that issue? And Speaker Hortman and Lisa Damoth had put forward a great example, and that's the example that we need, because we absolutely need to work together, and even more so, we need to tone down the rhetoric. Absolutely tone down the rhetoric. It's not helpful for anyone. Again, we can have those disagreements, but we need to do so in a respectful manner.
Yeah, I have to make one correction because it's going to bother me if I don't. I said Senator Lisa Damoth, Speaker Lisa Damoth in the House. Need to correct that. On the subject of toning down the rhetoric, will you be someone, as we move forward here, who will call people out, whether they're on your own party or on the other side of the aisle, when you do see that someone has crossed the line?
I'm not afraid to speak what's on my mind. I'm not afraid to call anyone out, and absolutely will. Again, it all comes down to building relationships, being respectful, and having that constructive dialogue to work towards solutions that are best for the people of Minnesota. And if folks aren't doing that, or they're being disrespectful, I believe others should call them out on that.
Would that include, like President Trump and, others who, obviously you're in our state legislature here, but, others who may, on either side of the aisle, who may be crossing lines and stirring up, things that are not true, or, again, it happens with a lot of different politicians. I call it President Trump just because I was going to ask you about, he had tweeted, I think, something about Ilhan Omar really recently. I don't know if you had a chance to see that, but saying that she should be leaving the country, that kind of thing. So when we see things like that from a president, what are your feelings as a Republican around that kind of social media fodder?
Sure. I would say to anyone and everyone, elected or not elected, we need to be respectful. I'm not sure the specific comments that you said, but we need to be respectful on both sides of the aisle. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter what the details are. People need to be respectful to one another, and if they're not being respectful, they should be called out on that.
Thank you. And our producer just reminded me, it's calling for her impeachment is what the tweet said. I want to talk a little bit about this idea of a special session around gun reform. The governor has said that this is what he wants to do, but it's my understanding that there needs to be a framework in place before he's going to call it, to make sure we're not sitting and spinning. There's a bipartisan Senate working group that's met a couple of times, but by that second meeting, those of us who've been kind of watching the couple of meetings, it seemed like from the outside looking in that they weren't making much progress, that we were kind of back to kind of the bickering and disagreements, which can be okay. But do you think there's going to be this special session?
I don't know if there will be a special session or not. If there is, I hope we can continue to have constructive bipartisan conversations around what can the solutions be. And in my mind, you have to have public safety needs to be part of that conversation. Law enforcement has gotten beat up over the years and has been put in a negative spotlight, which is very, very unfortunate, because we need to rely on law enforcement to keep our communities safe. So I think public safety needs to be part of that. Mental health resources definitely needs to be part of that conversation. School security solutions needs to be part of that solution. And then, of course, guns needs to be part of that solution. But people also need to realize that Minnesota already has some of the most strict gun laws in the country, including a red flag law that just went into effect January 1st of 2024. So we have strict gun laws in place. And if we're going to talk about any further gun laws, we need to make sure that we're protecting law-abiding citizens' Second Amendment right, while balancing and making sure that people that are here, or people that are breaking the law, people that are not allowed to have guns, shouldn't have them, or if they're mentally unstable to have them, they shouldn't have them. So that's the balance that we need to figure out. But I do think it's important for Minnesotans understand that we already have very strict gun laws in place, including a red flag law that went into effect just about a year or so ago.
Yeah, and if people, just as a resource and context, Gifford.org, as in Gabby Gifford's, that website, it gives Minnesota a B grade among the states in what we're talking about here, if you want to check that out. I think, and you know better than most of us exactly though where we are when we have Democrats calling for very specific things like banning assault weapons and high capacity magazines. They have this wave of emotion behind them, of course, after enunciation, right? And then, as you said, Republicans seem to be more focused on resources for mental health, bolstering security in schools. So it just, we kind of keep coming back to the same place, because if it was easy, we would have all figured it out by now. But what's going to have to give there, Senator?
I don't know what's going to have to give, but what I do know is if someone is breaking the law by killing someone with a gun, I'm not sure that they're not going to break the law by trying to track down a gun. But what we can do is we can get to the root cause and make sure that we have enough law enforcement professionals on the street, that we have services available for folks who are struggling with mental health issues. And perhaps equally, if not the most important thing, is that our schools have the resources they need to keep our kids safe, including school resource officers I would advocate at every school.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part, because I think most people would agree that it's all of those things, right? But then how much, I guess, sacrifice from each side of this are we gonna see to actually move this forward? But thank you for weighing in on that. I just wanted to kind of close out by asking you about what you're going to be doing now, and do you think that you're going to be able to just get back into real life, or are you going to kind of look over your shoulder, or are you going to be able to disconnect? What's that going to look like for you?
Well, Amy, there's no doubt that I will miss the legislature. It's been one of the most valuable and rewarding experiences of my life, and it is such an honor to represent the people here of southeastern Minnesota. And what I will say is I anticipate that I'll be involved at some level. I just don't know how that will be at this point in time. But I will stay plenty busy with my wife and my kids and the scrap recycling and waste business that I'm involved in, our restaurant here in downtown Winona, as well as real estate and other business ventures. So I have a lot going on. I'm not worried about not being busy, but I will still be involved one way or another in politics here in Minnesota.
Okay, I'd love to end it there, but one more thing popped in my head. Who do you think is going to defeat Governor Walz on the Republican side if you were, a betting man? Who would you put your money on?
Well, I am not a betting man. I will say that I was a little surprised to see Governor Walz announce that he's seeking a third term. Minnesotans do not typically re-elect governors for a third time, but that's certainly his choice. So we will see what the people say next November. But at this point in time, I'm going to wait to see who's all in the race before I make any comments on who I think might win.
All right, fair enough. And you've got more time in the legislature. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. So we'll try to catch up with you here as things get going again. So thanks for coming on. And we just wanted to have a chance to chat with you because, again, you started so young and your trajectory for the Republican Party seemed to be going in this direction. And so I think it was, again, a surprise to a lot of people. We appreciate you spending time with us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope you and all your watchers have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks, Senator. All right, take care. All right, All Day Live will continue after this. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back on the other side of this. We're going to take you out to Farm Aid and see what's happening ahead of tomorrow's concert. All right, welcome back. It is that time. We knew it was coming. I don't know, when did we learn? About a year ago, maybe, that Farm Aid was coming to the Twin Cities, and it's happening this weekend. Huntington Bank Stadium, Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan just added, Dave Matthews, just to name a few. Also, big name, Lauren Andrego is there right now with a preview. Lauren, I know a lot of people are kind of going to look at the forecast. It's going to go on rain or shine, but what a lineup, what a great event.
Isn't it, Amy? Yes, rain or shine. Oh, I can hear myself in my ear right now. Oh. Yes, a lot of stuff happening here at Huntington Bank Stadium. Farm Aid kicking off at noon tomorrow, but it's such a long concert. Willie Nelson, who is closing things down, might still be asleep when it starts at noon. He goes on at 11 p.m. Over a dozen acts happening in the middle. This is the 40th year of Farm Aid, first time ever in Minnesota here at Huntington Bank Stadium. Take a look at this stage. They're setting up lights and some of their LED screens. They made things bigger and better than ever for Farm Aid 40. That's what I'm being told. There are over 100 crew members here inside the stadium getting things ready for the concert that kicks off in less than 24 hours now at Huntington Bank Stadium. They got here a week ago on Saturday after we figured out that everything was going to be good with the strike and the Teamsters. Those things got resolved here at the University of Minnesota. So we are ready. And like you said, star-studded, Willie Nelson closing down the show, Bob Dylan, Kenny Chesney, local artists like Trampled by Turtles, Winona Judd, something for everyone. Caroline Fiore is the development manager for Farm Aid. This is fascinating, Caroline. They're setting 7,000 chairs down here on the floor. They started with this metal grate to protect the football field because the Gophers do play here next Saturday. But in the meantime, almost 40,000 people are going to be coming here. You said tickets still available, yes. But you've sold over 30,000 tickets. Tell me a little bit about what you're expecting.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing response from Minnesota. We're so happy to be here. We've wanted to bring the show to Minnesota for a really long time, and Minneapolis has welcomed us, and it's a beautiful day. We can't wait for tomorrow.
We're hoping it stays like this, although the overcast just a couple of minutes ago, which has since gone away, was very nice. We'll take whatever. Minnesotans are tough. We know that. I just learned that Willie Nelson has played all 40 years of Farm Aid. Bob Dylan has played a couple of them, including one surprise show. But you surprised a lot of Minnesotans when you announced that he will be playing just a couple of days ago tomorrow. He's one of the evening performers. And what I hear from you is you guys could tell that Minnesotans were excited via ticket sales about this announcement.
Yes, certainly. We can feel the excitement for Bob to be here. You know, everyone has so much pride for him, and we're seeing the response in the public showing up and getting ready for a great day.
Farm Aid supports family farms across the country 365 days a year. You have a lot of initiatives. Since 1985, you've raised over $85 million that goes directly to farmers. A lot of great initiatives in all sorts of ways that you're helping farm families out. One of them that I want to talk about, though, is this hotline. It is available for any farmer across the country, 1-800-FARM-AID, who, you know, has mental health concerns or really needs to talk about anything, and it has an interesting origin.
Yeah, exactly. 1-800-FARM-AID was set up, the first Farm Aid show, for people to call in and make a donation, and we expected to hear from lots of folks who wanted to help family farmers, and we did, but we also heard from a lot of family farmers. They saw that number on the screen, they called in, and they needed help, and for 40 years we've answered that call. Our hotline is open 5 days a week. We've got operators across the country who are there to listen to family farmers and help them in any way that we can.
Wow, that is remarkable. Let's talk a little bit about those funds raised, which is part of the work that you do. Obviously, Farm Aid, the day of, this is your biggest fundraiser that helps support you throughout the whole year. How do you guys make money here in addition to ticket sales, obviously?
Yeah, the ticket sales are really important, but when you come down to Farm Aid, you can get a really great t-shirt, an organic U.S.-grown t-shirt. You can have family farm food in the homegrown concessions. You can make a donation at farmaid.org/donate, and that's a really important way to sustain our work year-round. This is the biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's our biggest day to make message and to make new friends here in Minnesota, and we're really hopeful that people have a great time.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Caroline. Who are you excited to see tomorrow? Because it is truly a star-studded lineup, and not limited to just country music. You really span quite a few genres.
Yeah, you know, I'm excited to see everyone. Billy Strings, first time at Farm Aid. Bob Dylan, of course. But I have to say, every time I get to see Willie is a real treat. Yeah. And he's so special to Farm Aid. He's our founder, our president, and he's a wonderful person. So I can't wait to see him.
Awesome. Caroline, good luck tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. I know you're a busy woman, so I will let you go. Amy, everything kicks off here tomorrow at noon. That is when the doors open at Huntington Bank Stadium. Parking lots are going to open at 7 a.m. because they are expecting over 30,000 guests here on the campus of the University of Minnesota. They are asking people to take public transportation if possible. Parking is also going to cost you about $30 or $40, so something to consider. Rain or shine, this is going on, but no re-entry. So once you get in the doors at noon, you're going to have to stay here. So bring your poncho, bring whatever you need. There are plenty of concessions, homegrown concessions, all delivered by local farmers or farmers across the country doing a lot of cool stuff. Organic, what's the other word that I'm trying to think of? Local identified family farm food. There's Caroline right there for you.
That's a mouthful.
But yeah, a very special concert here in Minnesota for the first time. It's going to be a busy day around the University of Minnesota. Farmaid40.org is where you can go to learn everything you need to know before you head out the door, and where you can still buy tickets. They are still available. There aren't many, but they start at $33, and this sounds like it's going to be a pretty spectacular weekend.
Incredible for that lineup. It's just amazing. Thank you so much, Lauren. Really appreciate it.
I think I lost it.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, I know. All right, good times, man. That is such a big deal. We're so fortunate to have it here, finally in Minnesota. I can't believe it's taken this long. All right, let's see. Let's move on to this story that we're working on today. This is something we have been covering for a couple of days, and now there's a little bit of a development. It was just a couple of days ago when we heard from Hennepin County Prosecutor Mary Moriarty. Her office, she said, will not prosecute most cases where someone was pulled over for something like a broken taillight or expired tabs, or an officer found just something else unrelated to the reason that they were pulled over. She said that there would be exceptions. Well, now the Hennepin County Sheriff and police chiefs in the county are pushing back. They're pointing to, they say, several examples where those kinds of stops actually resulted in removing illegal weapons from our streets. Here's a little piece of what they had to say today.
Lawful traffic stops are routinely led to the removal of illegally possessed guns, narcotics, and other serious threats from our streets. Again, lawful traffic stops. Just this year, our deputies and detectives have seized 377 illegally possessed guns. Nearly half, 47%, of those illegally possessed guns we've confiscated are from traffic stops. That's 175 guns just this year that were found during traffic stops.
This one-size-fits-all policy will have serious consequences for policing and for public safety across our county. As an association, we are not often in front of the cameras. Most of the time, we are working behind the scenes, collaboratively with local leaders, supporting our officers, and making sure we deliver on our mission to serve and protect. But this new directive is deeply troubling, and we felt we had no choice but to speak out today.
All right, so our Amy Hockert is on this story today for us and joins us to break it down just a little bit more. Corin, so when Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty announced this the other day, I remember she had Ramsey County Attorney John Choi with her, also Valerie Castile, the mother of Philando Castile, who was killed after a traffic stop. So I guess tell us a little bit about this reaction. Did we see this coming? And it seems like the sheriff does have quite a support system around the pushback here.
I think it's fair to say you could probably see it coming. I think that's something that a lot of law enforcement agencies and their leadership don't love any of the tools taken out of the toolbox. I can tell you that if you listen to this press conference, one of the things that upset them the most was that they really weren't consulted on this policy change. That's something that Ramsey County Attorney John Choi seems to have done before they implemented their policy in 2021. He seems to have worked with the police chiefs in Ramsey County before implementing that. I will also say, though, I just got word from Hennepin County Attorney's Office, and they said, part of the reason that they did not really consult with these folks is that when they do, there tend to be leaks and there tend to be counter activity trying to kind of sabotage any change that they might make. And so that's why they say they are putting off implementation of this policy for about a month, is so that they can announce it and then go and kind of collaborate after the fact with the law enforcement leadership. They don't really like that. You could hear that from Sheriff Witt, especially Chief Borboom from Minnetonka and all the others.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes to sort out the kind of the emotion of things and kind of the more stickier points of this, points of contention. I'm curious, and I know you're just kind of getting going working on this, but I wonder, in conversations, if Ramsey County Attorney John Choi, what those conversations were like with law enforcement in his county, if there was pushback at that time, or that would maybe give us some insight into some of those concerns, what those concerns are, minus the other stuff, if that makes sense.
think I understand what you're saying. I wasn't at Wednesday's press conference, so I wasn't able to ask John Choi that. I have reached out to his office today. They did, though, give, there has been research done into the ramifications of their policy. And according to that research, there hasn't been any uptick in crime. There hasn't been much of a reduction, if any, in the number of guns that they seize even during traffic stops, but in general. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office pointed out to me today that if you listen to Sheriff Witt's numbers, they have conducted more than 100,000 traffic stops, and they've seized 175 guns during those. And so that means even during these traffic stops, it's incredibly rare to actually seize a gun. However, there are several anecdotes of, police officers making stops based on tinted windows, something dangling from, the windshield, the rearview mirror, things like that, where they have found guns and maybe even solved crimes. Sheriff Witt referenced one window tint pullover that where they found two guys in there who had masks on and also had a 9mm that was, adapted to do rapid fire, and that gun was connected to a shooting in Minneapolis and a homicide in Robbinsdale. I have already talked to Robbinsdale PD. They've had one homicide this year, and there are no arrests, no charges right now. So if indeed that gun was connected to their homicide, it didn't result in any charges or arrest.
Okay. All right. We'll look for your story a little bit later this afternoon and then online when you get a chance to get everything together. Thank you, Corin, for checking in. Appreciate it. All right. We'll see you later. Okay, Ryan, do we want to? Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to pop on quick, or are you busy?
I'm not busy. I'm not busy.
Oh, but see, the phone's ringing now.
Somebody's trying to call me. Our friend Mitchell.
Oh, you know what? I bet he's wondering. Mitchell, go ahead. You can stay. Can you hear me, Mitchell?
No, we're not going to pick it up. He knows better.
Okay. I think we have a guest.
Got it. That makes sense. We'll deal with that though.
We will.
We want to talk fall colors now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was watching this morning on our morning show, and they popped that map up that shows you where the colors are right now. And my goodness, what did we talk to the DNR? Was that a week ago or a week and a half ago?
I think it was. Yeah. So this is the map that we're looking at. So we're seeing. It might be kind of a little bit hard to see, but we're seeing, obviously, in northern Minnesota, the top half of the state, we're seeing about 25 to 50% peak there. That's the yellow. So you're seeing like the Bemidji in the northwestern part of the state as well. The bottom half of the state, we're at about 10 to 25% peak. So we're getting there. But as every year, if you just can't wait, drive north, right?
Go north.
Go north.
Young man. Yep, that's it. And you really can't, I shouldn't say you can't find a more beautiful place, because there are some other places too, obviously. South of here too, and even west. We talked about Maplewood State Park out in Otter Tail County, a beautiful place to go if you're going to go west. I know people don't think of, the topography being any higher than kind of a flat stretch there, but no, in Otter Tail County there's some really gorgeous places, including
and they're
Maplewood.
Close to that kind of, that yellow area there. So,
But you can't really go wrong. It's we're heading to Wisconsin, where it is stunning this time of year as well. Maybe not North Dakota, would be my advice. I used to live there, so I can vouch for the fact that there's not a lot of trees there. But it's lovely, has its own charm, right? We love our North Dakota.
Right.
Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to ask Corin? Man, I might get him on the phone.
Send a message.
Send him a message. Will you send him a message and tell him who we're interviewing? I'm sure he already knows that Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is going to be collabing with the U of M marching band.
Corin's a big music guy.
Well, his daughter is in the marching band.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. So I was going to ask. I was going to talk to him about that.
I'll
I
get
didn't
an
get a
answer
chance
for
to.
you.
But yeah, put that in his ear and see if he has any questions for Chad.
What would you say, Amy Hockert, about a little Keith Marler forecast, and then we'll take a quick break and join everyone back on the other side?
I think that sounds great. Let's do it. We'll be right back after this forecast and a quick commercial break. Stay with us. All Day Live continues right after this.
Well, we've got that cloud cover out there. We've got our showers that rolled back into the Twin Cities from the mid to late morning now into the early afternoon as we are finally back into and out of the lulls. The lulls. What a great word. Maybe not such a great word. As our rain showers that have been rolling around our so slow moving low continue to just pulse and move and undulate. That's another good word, isn't it? Around that slow moving low that just traipses through. Today, the cloudiest and wettest of the days, but we've seen plenty of breaks in that cloud deck over the course of the morning. We'll get back into some of those. 72 degrees for your high seasonable. Scattered showers and thunder showers. If you happen to hear thunder, it's not really an aggressive storm for the day, but one nonetheless that could occur with a little bit of a clap here and there. Not an applause. Well, you could go outside. I'm not going to stop you from applauding the rain. I mean, it's sure needed. It makes for some prettier fall colors here and there. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Again, we wrap around that moisture through the day today. Comes in clusters and waves. Plenty of breaks in between, and during those breaks, temperatures bounce around the upper 60s and lower 70s. Cracks in the cloud cover occur here and there, but today probably the dourest of the days overall. We wrap some of that up overnight, but we do reflare tomorrow, but much patchier with bigger breaks in between the cloud deck, bigger breaks between any of these showers that go on as the low continues to push on off slowly towards the northeast. And then on Sunday, brighter conditions, dare I say mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky, but still with a few spritzes still to wrap around some of that area of low pressure. We'll be on the backside of that low. I have optimistic feelings about the sky condition, though, on the day on Sunday. Each day gets a little warmer again. So for today, upper 60s, lower 70s. When the rain is at its most active, we do cool back off to the 60s. Then we bounce back up when the rain stops at any given moment back to the 70s. Rainy rumbles, highs, and again, seasonable. Then unsettled tomorrow. Brighter, partly sunny conditions with patchy showers. So again, less rainy than today overall, but plenty of breaks today as well. And then a few spritzes and sprinkles into the day on Sunday with sunshine to partly cloudy sky. We welcome fall on Monday. That hasn't changed. Autumnal equinox, 1:19 in the afternoon. Then nice and quiet, low to mid 70s. Take us through the middle days of next week. Fox 9 All Day Live continues. We're back after the break.
Well, Ryan, here it is, the eve of what will be probably the biggest interview of our one-year existence. Possibly, do you think?
I think so. I just spoke with him right now.
Really?
I feel like I'm like nervous. It's like, you know. But yes, yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's my band. That's the soundtrack of my high school, of my college. I mean, it's just.
Well, and the thing is, it's like that, but also, you know, my son has he's 14. He has a Red Hot Chili, and I didn't encourage him he just wanted that shirt because he loves the fact that they've been able to stand the test of time and not really change who they are all that much. It's incredible, but we'll have plenty of time to dish and just gush, and it's going to be great. So we're going to talk to Chad Smith here coming up after the break, and before that though, as we wrap up this hour, Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, they're coming. Oh, Eric, thank you. Eric's here. Eric is saving the day.
While you figure that
Can you help
out,
us?
Amy, it's
Great.
the final Twins homestand of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I got my own camera now.
Get me off of there.
No. It's the final Twins homestand of the season. They play Cleveland. I think, hey, listen, it's been a tough season for the Twins right now. They don't have a lot of players left, so there you are. You're back now. So last time to go to Target Field this weekend. They play 4 games over a 3-game stretch here against Cleveland, who's still fighting for the division.
Did you say how many games they have left in the season?
They are entering the final week of the regular season.
Final week of the regular season.
Next weekend will be the last weekend for the Twins. They're not going to be playing in October.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you. There's no drama. They've been eliminated.
Well, on a much brighter note, the Minnesota Lynx play on Sunday.
Much brighter note.
Much brighter note. I believe 4 o'clock is the new time now.
We don't know the opponent yet, right? Phoenix or New York?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I think we all would love to just beat New York after what happened last year when we got robbed of the championship.
Yep.
That would be nice. But interestingly, they won't go head to head in the championship because of the way the seeding worked out this season.
Right.
So they would play them in the semis. If New York ends up beating Phoenix, then we'll figure it out. Yes, Eric?
Back on Leo's desk.
I will. I'm going to put it back on
And
Leo's desk when we're done. Thank you.
Everybody's seeing how we just kind of work things out mid-show here. We try to figure out all the technical things.
You know what?
A lot of shows do that before. Not us. We do it as it goes.
We're efficient. We're just getting stuff done when it happens, right? We can't wait around for a commercial break.
So we both had a power lunch early before the show.
Yeah.
A steak lunch. But we're bringing in for a landing here. How about a little zen and a break, and then we'll come back with Chad Smith.
A Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chad Smith. Not just any old Chad Smith. All right. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to All Day Live. My next guest is one of, well, he's in one of the most iconic bands of all time, like household name in probably every country in the world, kind of iconic. Drummer Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is coming home for homecoming at the U of M. He joins us now to talk about it. Thank you for being here, Chad.
Hi. I heard all you talking before.
Muted. Are you muted? Good.
Am I muted? No.
Ryan, Ryan, he's got you. He's got you. Ryan, did you screw that up?
You hear me?
Right off the top, man. Oh, he hears you. Oh, I hear you now.
Ryan, why you do that to me?
Ryan,
he's
Chad
too busy.
Smith.
He's too busy playing the guitar for me.
I heard you liked our jingle, our commercial jingle coming in. Did you? Yes, right. I know, right? It's catchy. All right, I say you're coming home. You had a very short but very important stint here in Minnesota. Tell us about that, and then we're going to talk about why you're at the U right now.
Well, I was born in Bloomington. I lived in Richfield long time ago, and for 3 years, so I don't really remember that much of my time there, but my family's from there, my mother and father, and they both went to the University of Minnesota and graduated many years ago. And my mother is still with us. She's 98 years old. Oh. God bless her.
Bless Mom's heart.
I know. And she's so excited because I've started my foundation, and the first place that we're going to go to is my hometown, in Minnesota, and we're gonna do some stuff there.
We got a lot to talk about all this stuff that you're doing. No,
it's my home. It's where I'm from, and I have a special connection to Minnesota, obviously.
We love that because, a lot of people think they remember you from like growing up in Michigan, but that Minnesota piece is where it all began. Let's talk about this incredible weekend coming up, October 11th for homecoming. There is so much more, as you were saying, kind of at the heart of this trip, though. So the Chad Smith Foundation, if I'm understanding this correctly, recently set up a scholarship opportunity, and the U's School of Music is the first stop, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. And it comes together because of this beautiful story of your parents and their connection to the U.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be a musician and still being a professional and being so lucky and fortunate to do this for my life because it's my passion that I just want to have a chance to pay it forward and what better than a place like the University of Minnesota, which has such a great music program. So we're going to sponsor and give a scholarship to a very deserving musician. We don't know who yet, like the Willy Wonka ticket a little bit.
That's right.
But someone who obviously needs help financially but is very passionate about music and doesn't have to be a drummer, doesn't have to be a performer, just someone that loves music and wants to do that with their life. So, what better place? And of course, yes, to pay respects to both my parents. That's why it's starting in Minnesota. I'm very excited.
There they are. Do you see them?
Look at the mustache on that guy. Oh my God.
So sweet.
Yeah. So it's so cool, and I'm just looking forward to coming. On the 11th, it's homecoming. So some alumni will be there, and there'll be a special halftime performance by the band are doing a Chili Pepper medley, and yours truly is going to get up and rock with the band. Oh my
God. And the drum line, this band they're so good. I mean, they're great. There are great bands across the country at universities. This one is special.
I'm gonna have to practice. I do know the songs though. That's helpful. But they sound great. We're going back and forth with ideas, and I think it's gonna be really cool and really fun. So, and hopefully they win, so everyone's in a good mood, and then and the alumni can come, and whoever wants to come, and we'll talk all about what's going to happen and what we're doing with the school and with my foundation.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm going to talk. We want to talk about some of the opportunities that people have to meet you and participate in this and have some skin in the game here and help out some aspiring musicians. I'm curious, as you are working with the university students who are in the band, are their eyes just like this big the whole time? Like, I can't believe this is actually happening right now.
No, maybe your eyes are really big.
They don't really? Come on.
I heard you talking before, and you're like, oh my God, it's Chili Peppers, and they're all over the world. And even my son knows who they are, and my kids and all. It's so cute. Thank you.
It's so true. But listen, no, really though, I mean, to span this many decades, there are not many bands, groups that can do what you guys have done. And I mean, you have to know that, right?
I feel very fortunate to be able to do what I love to do. Our little band makes our songs in the garage in Hollywood and have for 40 years. And then we just make music that we love, and hopefully other people like it. And we've been really fortunate to connect with people for a long time. And I'm so grateful to be able to do what I love to do. I think I appreciate it now more than ever. That to your point, it's like, wow, if I knew how you could be a band with guys in their 60s and like young people coming to our concerts and we're playing, stadiums all over the world, it's crazy to me. So if I knew the secret formula to that, I'd let everybody know. But yeah, we just play from the heart, and we're authentic about what we do, and we make mistakes and we do dumb things, we do some good things, and that's all human. And I think that's what connects with people.
And Ted, we're looking at some pictures here of you with students, you kind of teaching and mentoring, and I'm curious because just looking at some of the things you've been doing kind of in between, touring and making music, you're really out there. You really are giving back. I mean, you walk the walk, and so I'm curious what fuels you about working with a lot of these young aspiring musicians.
Yeah, it's just I want to give back to the next generation, the younger generation, and it really comes from, this is what I had the opportunity and the exposure in public school to be able to. There was, in my high school, there was jazz band, there was concert band, there was symphonic band, there was marching band, which I was also in, and then there was actually a music theory class, all in a public high school. And as you probably know, a lot of times now, the arts and music are the programs that get defunded, and there's not money, and those are the things that go away. And they'll buy new shoulder pads for the football team, that's great, but music and art goes away. And it's proven that when there's music and art in schools, kids' attendance is up, graduation is up, the parents get involved. They do better in their other classes. Like, I'm playing the drums, and I'm like, half this brain is doing math. I'm like dividing, your like time, and then this half of the brain is physical, and it's like for me, it's just like it's a real opportunity for me to get back to what was so important for me when I was a young.
How different is it now to sort of make it in the music industry, and does making it look totally different than it did when you guys were getting started?
Yeah. How people consume their music now is so different with streaming, and everything's, you put something on YouTube, and there's many different platforms than when I was coming up. But what can't be replaced, I believe, is actually performing and playing live. And if you got the goods and you really want to do it, you just, wherever you're at, just do that and play. And I think there's no shortcuts in that. There's a lot of shows, The Voice and all that stuff. No offense to any of that, but like, I think if you want to, that's what you want to do for your life. I think you need to play and play a lot.
Yeah.
And hard work and dedication. That's what I did. I got my 10,000 hours for like 8 years before I actually joined the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I think that's a really important thing that people need to just remember. If you love it, you're going to want to do it, but play with whoever you can, wherever, if it's a wedding, or if it's with your friends in the basement, or if it's, at school, or just like play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I mean, and I have a special guest here, a super fan, who wants to ask you a couple of questions as well. It's not Ryan. Ryan's in the control room, although he's also a super fan. We all
I'm
are.
still playing guitar somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, he is. But I wanted to talk about some of the collaborations that you've done, because I don't know that, maybe those who follow you really, really closely know this, but the collaboration and the range of genres and artists that you've worked with. I saw a clip the other day of you and doing the Dua Lipa song, and I think you did the live, the live drums over that. John Batiste, Johnny Cash. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne, just incredible range there. There are so many discussions online about just how you are somebody who is has just that extra, the GOAT, really, the GOAT. You are or right up there, Chad, as somebody who just not only has the skill set, but also that feel and like the clean way that you play. I mean, how does it feel to be able to just perform and collaborate with the likes of so many different people and just make it work?
Well, very kind. Thank you. I'm just lucky that other people want to play with me, and I've been around for a while, and I just love all kinds of music. So I'm fortunate that I work with really good producers who work with these artists, and when they need a drummer, they'll call me, and luckily I've been able to, like you say, play with an interesting wide range of people. It's just, the feel of the music is so important, and it's not necessarily the technical part. Like, what makes a drummer like a really good drummer? Is it the technician, or is it a drummer that plays for the song and has a really good feel, like Ringo Starr for the Beatles? Like, every Beatles song feels so good, and you can groove to it and dance. And so I kind of take that approach. But I'm just been really fortunate to do what I love to do and work with other people. And with Ozzy Osbourne, I helped write and perform on his last 2 solo albums, and became friendly with him the last 6 years, and got to play. He did a big concert this summer in England, and obviously sadly passed away shortly thereafter. But those kind of things, like, when I was a kid, I would have never thought I'd be playing with Johnny Cash and Ozzy. People are icons that I looked up to, and but it's interesting. You're their peers. As soon as you have this musical connection, there's not this like, oh my God, he's up on this pedestal. They're like, no, you're a really good drummer. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And it's really refreshing to see these people that are so incredible, that are also so humble and work.
Before we are going to talk before we close out this conversation, we're going to talk about the luncheon. We're going to talk about opportunities to meet you, and, like I said, be part of what you're doing, this mission that you have with your scholarship. We're going to do all of that. But before that, we are all super, super fans. I went online last night and I was like, who do I know on Twitter who is a friend of mine and who also follows you on Twitter? Because I wanted to find who really is into, Chad Smith, who really. And there was somebody who I actually have never met, but I know through his dad's a former NHL player, and he's a commentator, comes in here a lot, Pat Micheletti. So Alex Micheletti is here sitting with me, super fan of Chad Smith. And I thought we got to share the love with somebody who has just been there, since the beginning, true fan. And I wanted to bring him in because I wanted to have him ask you a question or two.
Yeah. What are your favorite songs to play live, Chad, with the Chili Peppers?
Well, that's your question?
Yes.
That's great. I would say, it kind of changes, Alex. It depends, when we make records, and then we often go on tour afterwards. And so it's kind of fun to play some of the newer songs because they obviously haven't been played much like the other ones. But there is an energy when you play songs like, Californication, or Give It Away, or Snow, or Scar Tissue, or Around the World, or Can't Stop. That songs that really connect with people, and the audiences just love it so much. And Under the Bridge, and they sing, it's pretty cool. So it changes, but you know, maybe Give It Away, because on the last tour, that was the last song we were doing. So I would be like, okay, I can see the barn, like the horse that can see the barn. Okay.
Always there. Okay.
I love performing, and you know, it's so fun. And again, as we were talking earlier, it's just we're so grateful that people still come and see us, and we're very, very grateful. So we thank you.
All right, Alex, we got time for one more quick one here. You go.
Yes, Chad. What are some of the biggest drummer influences on your career that helped get you where you are today?
Good question. Now you're talking.
Yes.
Well, I grew up when I started playing the drums. So the early '70s, those kind of classic rock that we call now, those bands from England, like drummers from like John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. Most people probably would say maybe the best rock and roll drummer. Keith Moon from The Who, I loved him. He was, what a personality on the drums. I loved Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix's band, very jazzy kind of. And I love Bill Ward. I still do. Bill Ward from Black Sabbath. And these records, I just wore that stuff out. I had an older brother, and I just listened, put the headphones on and down in the basement, and those early ones. Later, Neil Peart and Stuart Copeland and other drummers, but those are probably I'm leaving out like Ian Pace from Deep Purple and Roger Taylor from Queen. There's so many, but yeah, probably those guys were just, and the inherent thing that they had was this swing to their feel. It wasn't like a stiff, it was this kind of, I think they had this big band jazz background. Obviously, before rock and roll came around, big band and all that was kind of the popular music of the day. They probably heard in their house. So they have that swing, and it just makes the music feel good. So yeah, I love those drummers and those bands.
I love that you could ask these questions.
Yes.
This is so great.
Give me another one. Nothing about Will Ferrell.
I wish we had more time. I want to remind people. So let's talk about this. You're coming back. You're here now, but let's not get people confused. You're coming back for homecoming weekend at the University of Minnesota. It's the weekend of October 11th, and not only is there an incredible halftime performance that we're really looking forward to with the Pride of Minnesota, the Youth Marching Band, also an opportunity there's an opportunity for a meet and greet, and there's a luncheon where you can really kind of get in on contributing to that scholarship to help out your cause with the Chad Smith Foundation.
Fantastic. Yes, all that's gonna be great. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to it. It's gonna be so fun. I hope the weather's nice.
If for you, it's going to be perfect. I just know it. It's right. It's gonna be perfect.
You talk to your meteorologist.
We're on it. We are on it. Chad, we can't thank you enough for spending some time with us today. It really is an honor to talk to you, to meet you, and thank you for the work that you're doing. And here in our community, it's amazing to have this connection with you and see you doing good in our community here in Humble, Minnesota. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Take care.
Nice
Bye.
You guys. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. It was Chad Smith. Chili Peppers, Alex. Whew, I'm sweating. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. A couple more segments here for you. Maybe Alex will stick around. Maybe Alex has some questions for our dermatologist about social media skin trends. I don't know. Maybe no. He's like, I'm out of here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us. All Day Live continues. You did great. Let's listen in on Alana Smith winning Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, Ryan, it just ended. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. So Alana Smith is the one holding the trophy, and she has, as you can see, 2025 Defensive Player of the Year. Some of her teammates are there. I see some pink hair. So, yep. So Natisha Heidemann and Courtney Williams are there. You can see some of her teammates, Jessica Shepard, Kayla McBride, Dejanay Carrington. So her sister's there to be there with her as she wins this incredible honor. We wanted to just take you there live and capture just a little bit of this as they just had the ceremony. There's Carly Knox there at the bottom of your screen. So yeah, congratulations to Alana Smith. Just an incredible honor and so well deserved. Oh, here we go. That won't stick in your head at all today. Love it. So great. There they are. Rebecca Brunson right there. Kind of the who's who there to celebrate with an incredible athlete, Alana Smith. All right. Well, all right, Ryan. Come on in. Coming in hot. Let's go. How about that? How about that interview? This has been an action-packed an hour here. Really hour plus. Yeah, it was great to have Chad Smith on. He was a lot of fun. Just heard from Scott, who I think I know this Scott. It's a common name, but I think I know who this is. Oh. And said, what a treat of an interview while working from home today. So freaking cool, Chad Smith. Exclamation. Yeah. Question mark. Yeah. I don't know. Were we clear with him how big of a deal we thought he was? I think we might have overdone it and scared the you-know-what out of him. Yeah. I think we came out a little strong. And by we, I mean me. But well, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for we're just a little show that's growing, yeah. And he was a big part of that, so that was cool. I mean, I think it's just great what he's doing and how he picked the U of M as the first place to give this scholarship away, and I had no idea his parents were alums. Yeah, so cool. I love that picture of the parents too. He loved that. Yeah, that was good. Okay, we'll move on to. For all the Red Hot Chili Pepper fans out there, like, keep going, but we've got other stuff to get to. I know, we got in the weeds a little bit, but I couldn't help it. I was just like, there's just a great opportunity to chat with him. I think that's good. But we want to talk, there's some trends, some skin care trends that pop up on social media. I understand, yeah. And when you see them, you're like, huh, that's interesting. I wonder if that works. We have a professor of dermatology. We're waiting for her to come on to kind of say yay or nay on these trends. Yeah. Should you dump Gatorade on your head? I don't know. That's not one of them. But so I think what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. Okay. If that's okay with my friend Hannah over here. And then we'll come back with our next guest. Hannah approved. Yes, let's take a break. We'll reset a little bit. We're going to have that interview, and then also we're going to take you out to Wyoming, Minnesota, where we're going to take you to Pine Haven Farm in a little while and give you a preview of some of the really fun things that are going on out there this weekend. So a lot to talk about. You can email us just like Scott did at allday@fox.com. We'd love to hear from you. And let's take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Well, welcome back to All Day Live. We're glad you're here on this finally Friday, 1:27 is our time. Social media skin trends. They're everywhere. You're scrolling and you stop and you go, wait, what is this? And oh, how's this going to work? Well, we wanted to break it down, maybe talk about a couple of them today. Do they work? Are they safe? And so we wanted to make sure we brought in an expert, somebody who actually knows. Joining me now is Dr. Rhonda, is it Farah?
Yes. Hi, I'm Dr. Farah. I'm a board-certified dermatologist. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And U of M professor as well?
Yes, and I also just opened my own office, Illuma Dermatology, in Medina, Minnesota. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, I have to ask you, when you're meeting with folks, how much of your time as a dermatologist do you actually spend having to talk people through and walk people through, I saw this trend online. I mean, is that a big part of the conversation?
That is so much of our time. Actually, I'm a past social media correspondent for the American Academy of Dermatology, so I spent a lot of time on social media. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're always working to go through myths or evidence that might be presented that's actually not correct. So that is a common thing that we see as dermatologists.
Well, let's break it down. I think we picked 3 things that we wanted to talk about today. And I guess let's off the bat with something that I understand is everywhere right now on social media, and it's beef tallow as a moisturizer. So tell us, what is beef tallow and how are people trying to use it?
So I think the idea might be that beef tallow could be moisturizing because it contains fatty acids. So people are applying it to their skin in a hope that it will hydrate and improve the texture of the skin.
Is beef tallow what I think it is? I mean, is it like when you skim the top of a soup or something the next day and it's like that white stuff, or am I thinking of something different?
It is a food ingredient. I mean, I haven't prepared beef tallow myself as a dermatologist. I think that is sort of what it is. But essentially, the FDA classifies it and regulates it as a food, so it's not for use on the skin.
Okay. So is this something you would put on your skin directly, or could it be an ingredient in something?
So it sounds like on social media, people are recommending that, people obtain beef tallow from the food supply and then apply it. But as board certified dermatologists, we don't recommend that because that can actually cause skin irritation, and it could even cause clogging of the pores or drive acne.
Huh, okay. When you see these things, I mean, you're obviously on social media a lot. Does this kind of drive you crazy, or does it get you excited that people are thinking about skincare and wanting to, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it can go both ways. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Overall, I think it's exciting that people are interested in taking care of their skin and protecting their skin, and it's fun to engage with the public. I think that some of these trends can be harmful to the skin, so I just caution people to make sure they know who they're following. If they're looking for a board-certified dermatologist, they can go to the AAD website, the American Academy of Dermatology, /find-a-derm, and enter their zip code, and you can find a board-certified dermatologist. And we can take you through what the trends are, if they're harmful, if they're safe for your skin.
Okay, we got 2 more, so let's talk about baking soda as a face wash. Yay or nay?
Yeah, that's also a nay. That's a newer trend that just came out. We actually got alerted by our academy because people are trying to use that to wash their face, and that definitely can cause irritation, rashes, that could leave skin discoloration or other marks on the skin. So that one is definitely a no. I would not do that.
Oh, okay.
We as dermatologists, we like to use products that are formulated for the skin. That means a product has been tested by a cosmetic chemist and studied on people to make sure it's safe and it's delivering what we need to create the effect that we want on the skin.
Gotcha.
So I would say nay to that one.
Okay. And then the last one actually has to do with hair loss. And the thing that's on social media is rosemary can help with hair loss. What do you say to that?
So there is one study out comparing rosemary topical to minoxidil topical, but the minoxidil, which the over-the-counter form is also known as Rogaine, when they compared it, they used a lower strength 2%, which most dermatologists would use 5%. And they did see an improvement, but the study wasn't done extremely well. So if patients are looking for rosemary, which it could be helpful, I typically recommend they look for a product like a shampoo that's formulated with rosemary at the store to deliver on the scalp, because just purchasing rosemary over the counter could lead to that plugging, scaling, scalp irritation, and acne-like bumps on the scalp.
Okay. The last thing, we covered our three that we want to talk about. The last thing I was just thinking about is it seems to me that younger and younger people, men, women, boys, girls, are looking for different ways to take care of their skin, and we see even really young, 9, 10 years old, worrying about things like wrinkles, and I'm using this cream and that cream. I mean, what do you say to parents when they come in and ask your advice on that kind of thing?
I think, well, if they do have a skin issue like acne, they should see their primary care doctor, again, a dermatologist or pediatrician. So first of all, what is the young adult or child concerned about? I think taking that seriously is really important. I think in childhood, retinols for aging, it's probably too early and just causing skin irritation and risk, and maybe even driving sensitivity to the sun and sunburn. So I have little kids. My daughter is not using a retinol on her skin, and I am not going to spend exorbitant amounts of money at Sephora or Ulta on skin products for her. So,
is there an age?
But we'd love to discuss
if she got to like 16 or 17, yes, or are you saying like, girl, you don't even need that for another 20 years?
I mean, I think, we'll see how the data pans out over time, right? You're talking about she's, 7, 8 years old. But for sure, sunscreen remains a staple to prevent aging. And for little kids who are interested in aging and skincare, moisturizing and talking about sunscreen is probably the best, and that's probably the best way to get them to use it, because talking about skin cancer probably won't get you that far.
Yeah, for sure. All right, doctor, thank you so much for the insight today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye. Okay, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, Ryan and I are going to take you on a little trip. We're going to go to Wyoming, Minnesota. I almost got you. I'm pretty sure you knew what I was talking about. We're going to go to Pine Haven Farm in Wyoming, and it's going to be awesome. Maybe something to do this weekend. So stay with us. All Day Live continues right after this. Yay! It's the weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. There are so many great places that you could go this fall, just right here in our backyard. I mean, in Minnesota or Wisconsin or wherever. So many excursions, but we just have so little time. So we wanted to just take you to a place to see if, hey, maybe this is somewhere I might want to go. We want to take you out to Pine Haven Farm. It's in Wyoming. Autumn is coming alive. Hey, we're dancing. Jeremy is joining us. Jeremy Hastings, one of the co-owners, part of the family that operates Pine Haven Farm. Thank you for being with us.
Good afternoon, Amy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Okay, please tell me that we can do like a little bit of a show and tell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, while we do that, let's just set this up. So you're in Wyoming. Minnesota.
Yes, Wyoming, Minnesota, 30 minutes from downtown Minneapolis-St. Paul. You just hop on 35, come on up the freeway. We're right off the freeway. You can get to us real quickly.
Nice. All right, you are clearly in fall mode right now. So what can you show us? You're already open,
Absolutely.
Right? You're already going, you've been open, right, a week or so? Or
Yeah, the pumpkin patch opened up last weekend, and then tonight
Yes.
the Dead End Hayride opens up. So that's scary.
Wait,
right?
tell me more about the Dead End Hayride.
So the Dead End Hayride is a 30-minute long hayride, and then you get out of the hayride, you go through several haunted houses, and the whole experience lasts about an hour, but it's terrifying, definitely for those teens to adults.
I was going to ask you on the scale of, you know, not scary to terrifying, we're probably up in the like 7 or 8 range, maybe?
Maybe 11. We turn it up to 11 when it comes to the Dead End Hayride.
Jeremy.
But that's just one of the events at Pine Haven Farm in the fall. That happens at night, and we keep that on one end of the farm. During the daytime, it's 100% family friendly. Great for families of all ages, from 2 months to 99.
Okay,
So,
you want to show us around a little bit?
absolutely.
Okay,
let's
do
go
it.
for a trip.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go over and see the giant slide, because that's a fall favorite. Everybody likes to go down the giant slide
Are
with
you okay
their
walking
family.
backwards? I'm worried.
I am.
Okay, good.
I am. No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good here. So these are some of the guys working on the haunted.
Don't, Jeremy, we're freezing up. Okay, we need you to stay in one place. Let's see if we can get you to stand in one place. Oh, wait, no, I hear you again. There we go. Okay, we'll stay put for a second.
We're gonna go back to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, good plan. Sorry,
That's okay.
I sent you on an adventure and I didn't
We've
think
got
about
other
logistics.
slides. That was just one of the slides. Over here, we have our Sky High slide, which is a family favorite.
Nice.
Okay, so kids can go down the slides. You can also do tug of war.
Nice.
This is way more fun with more people, because I'm playing tug of war with myself right now. But one of the other fall favorites that is a tradition for families is when you come out to Pine Haven Farm, you have so many photo ops, right?
Yeah.
And so this is one of our longest running photo ops. And we have families that come out every year and take their picture in front of How Tall This Fall. How tall am I this year, Amy?
Let's see.
I'm on my tippy toes.
Oh, there you go. I can't see. You tell. Can you? Oh, you're not. You're like what?
I'm 5'8".
8. Yep.
And maybe a half.
Yep. We're gonna
And
give you
maybe a
that
half.
half. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. That is so cool and very family. It's 75 years. Is that right? Am I reading that right? That's in my notes.
That is correct. I'm third generation on the farm. My grandparents bought the farm in 1950 and had no idea what they were going to do. We fell into Christmas trees in the past, and about 35 years ago, we started doing fall with pumpkins, and it's turned into 3 events and almost 200,000 guests a year coming out to Pine Haven.
That's amazing. And do you guys have one of those, like any kind of a cannon thing you can shoot things out of?
We've got a couple different cannons. So we've got a pumpkin cannon. We'll go on another adventure. We're going to monitor the Wi-Fi. Yep. And so our pumpkin cannon will shoot a pumpkin about a quarter mile. We shoot it every hour on the hour during the pumpkin patch hours.
Nice.
See it right here.
Excellent. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, there's got to be jumpy stuff, right? I mean, we're at a place where we want to jump around in stuff, on stuff. What do you got? What do you got for us?
Absolutely. We've got a corn pit. We've got jumping pillows. We've got hay bale towers. We've got, what else can you jump on? You can take your photo on some of our dino photo ops. But I think the jumping pillow, Jeremy, and the corn pit.
That's dynamite.
The jumping pillow and it is. That I think is Leonardo, but we've got a dozen dinosaurs dressed up as different Halloween characters, and they're a favorite amongst the little kids.
Can we bring? I don't want to open up a can of worms here, but if the answer is no, but can we bring like dogs and stuff?
So unfortunately, dog weekend was last weekend.
Oh.
We schedule one weekend,
okay,
and we call it Pups in the Patch. Okay. It's one of our employees' absolute favorites. But that happened last weekend. That was our special event last weekend. This weekend is Flower Fest. Oh. So we've got our flower field where you can go out and you can do pick your own zinnias, and the flower field is absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you guys come out before frost sets in, because once the frost comes in, the Flower Fest is done.
Okay. So, are there, like, say you just want to go out and just have a nice stroll, I just kind of want to walk, and is it just kind of that area, or are there trails where people can go, anything like that?
Absolutely, great question. So we've got a couple rides out to different parts of the farm. We've got the pumpkin patch trolley, which takes you out to the pumpkin patch where you can roam as long as you want for the perfect pumpkin. And our field pumpkins are only $5, so that's a great value. And some of our guests come back with huge pumpkins, especially early in the season before they get picked over.
Okay, you got some food for us out there? What can we buy?
Oh my gosh, do we have food for you guys? We got our apple cider donuts. We've got grilled cheese and burgers and tacos and corn dogs and cheese curds and lemonade and churros and honey roasted almonds.
Wow. I mean, yeah. All of
mac
that.
And cheese.
Mac and cheese
Mac
too?
and cheese, yes.
On a fall day. On a fall day.
Perfect.
Okay, and so people can get just tickets online. Is that just the best way to do it? Or?
It's the best way to it's the best way to guarantee entry in the time that you want to come. So we do time ticketing. So we just ask our customers to pick the date and time that they want to come out to the farm. Hop online, buy those tickets. Super easy, and then you can get right in and avoid any long lines. So
nice. And then this weekend you said was the flowers. And then do you have themes for, because you have the dogs or the pups, other themes that are upcoming?
Yeah, we've got trick-or-treating is our last weekend, November 1st and 2nd. Okay. We'll do trick-or-treating where we have trick-or-treat stations set up all over the farm, and kids can come. They can dress up in their Halloween costumes, even after Halloween, and do one more trick-or-treating. That's probably our second most popular after Flower Fest and Dog Weekend. But I think we have superhero weekends coming up and a couple others.
That's awesome. Jeremy, thank you. Thank you guys for inviting us out there. It was so nice. You said, why don't you guys come out? And you're so friendly. And we said, well, yeah, we're going to do that. We're just going to Zoom with you.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for inviting us to come out there and check out Pine Haven Farm. It's really beautiful. And I love that it's your family's farm. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amy.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you later. Have a great autumn.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye, Jeremy. That's great. That's great. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Do you want to take a break, or do you want to go?
Amy, I got bad news for you. We have paid all of our bills. We're out of breaks.
Are you serious?
So it's you and I here for about 10 minutes, but we do have something really cool that we're going to go out to. We're just waiting. So part of the charm of this show is that we take you out to things that are going on as they're going on. But also our crews are gathering news and gathering interviews for later in the show. So that's what's happening right now at the Snowplow deal.
I forgot about the Snowplow deal.
I know you did.
I thought we were going to have to talk for 15 minutes about what you're doing this weekend. No.
Nobody would want that.
Nope. I totally forgot about this, Ryan. Do we have...
So they're just wrapping up an interview there. So basically what's happening at the state fair right now, yep, we're going back to the state fair. Snowplow operators in training go through like an obstacle course, like a test course, basically to get ready for, to get ready for the winter and plowing.
I'm looking at the thing here. So 90 new plow drivers are going to be there. They're preparing for the upcoming snow season, and they are now, they're testing their skills in this obstacle course, and so they invited the media to come out today at the state fairgrounds to do like ride-alongs or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're finishing.
We got it now, Hannah. If we're underway here, we're underway. Yeah, there it is. It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Just.
Oh, there they are. Ryan, I lost you. Are you still there?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay,
Amy.
good.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here you have it. Let's set the stage. I mean, there you see the state fairground in the background, and there's cones set up.
Yeah.
And you see that truck right there. It's going through. There he goes.
Oh!
Here comes another one. And they go through this course just to practice, because look, Amy, it's not easy to drive one of these things,
you know what?
Right?
100%, and we want to make sure that they are safe and keeping the rest of us safe on the road. So this makes a total sense. Wow.
Just to make it absolutely clear, this is live. You are looking live, as Brent Musburger would say.
Oh, that takes me back. Oh.
Yeah, you see.
Okay, in the distance, you got one.
See in the distance there.
Here he comes. Okay. Or she. We don't know.
That could be a MnDOT one right there.
Let's see.
What we don't know is if any of these are the plows that have been named, right?
Wouldn't they have? I think they put the names on the sides,
right? This one's cooking here a little bit. This one might be getting ready for like 494 or 169, some of the more highly traveled roads.
Do you think the driver knows that they're on live TV right now?
They do not. That's part of the charm of this.
Oh.
Here comes another one.
Oh. I hear the revving.
This one might work the side streets a little bit. Whoa.
Ryan.
Huh?
It's coming alive. Look.
That's Anoka County right there.
Shout out Anoka County.
I don't know if that one's on the course or if that one kind of got a little bit.
I think that one
there, or leaving maybe, going back to Anoka County. That one could be on Highway 10.
Yeah.
This winter.
That's right, Highway 10.
At any point. So.
Yep. Lights are blinking. Lights are working. Looking good.
That's
nice and steady. Drop, and oh, look at that landing.
Now that's pretty good.
That was smooth.
That's pretty good. I can't tell where this one's from.
Oh, maybe
Minneapolis.
He's coming out. Uh-oh. Are we in trouble?
No, we're not in trouble. Minneapolis, so this one could be going down, Lindale.
Yeah.
All of those streets.
Oh, there they are, all lined up. Is that sand? Is that a little kind of dump truck for sand,
Could be. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, yes. On a serious note, this is 90 new drivers, as you said, and Amy, listen. I know it's easy to wake up in the mornings and complain about the roads. They are plowed very well in this state, and they do a tremendous job of clearing the roads so that people can get to where they're going at all times.
Yeah,
so.
Ryan, normally I discourage you from getting on soapboxes, but you are absolutely right about that. That is one soapbox I can get behind.
Listen, give credit where credit is due.
We have some of the best snowplow removal crews probably in the country, and I know we get a lot of practice, but and this just is a testament of what they're doing to prepare and get us ready. So this is fantastic. Let's see. I kind of want to just see them.
Yeah, it's fun to know where they're from.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm not getting a good read. Washington County, maybe? Okay, so now these could, down the streets of the Stillwater area?
Yeah, when I heard obstacle course, I was thinking, maybe they'll wind around a little bit, and so maybe we'll kind of see what they're going to do here.
I thought there would be, because we read this morning, and we thought, well, this will be fun. I thought there would be some fake snow involved that you could actually kind of push out of the way, but it appears but they go through the motions, and but to navigate those things down city streets like Minneapolis.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And right on cue. Here's the Minneapolis one.
There we go.
Yeah, just showing off, really.
I was going to say, at this point, we're being a little bit of a ham. Minneapolis, come on. Oh, what's this one?
There's another one, St. Paul.
Oh, hey, St. Paul.
Yeah. Perhaps some competition here.
Well, you know what? Maybe we go head-to-head. Maybe it's Minneapolis v. St. Paul. Stay back 50 feet. Really important. Let's point that out, because that is something that is so important, life-saving. You want to always stay back when you have those snow plows. You know what's really cool is when they're in that, like I don't know what they call it, but it's like a caravan. It's like just a stretch of 6 plows, and they're just going down.
And they're kind of like spaced out too, and it's like you're in business then.
I mean, you can get hyped up like watching that kind of thing, right? Am I alone in that? I mean, you see those things barreling down 94. We got a little toot.
That was yeah. That was.
Do you think they're watching?
Who?
I don't know.
Somebody. Oh, they might be.
Somebody.
They might be. Yeah, but
not driving and
not
watching.
While they're driving.
No,
yes,
no.
That would be an automatic fail, and there would not be.
Unless it's like a trick question kind of thing, where they're like, the guy in the passenger seat's like, "Okay, ma'am, let's check Waze really quick," and she goes, "Oh no. Wrong answer.
Another Minneapolis one there. There's probably a lot for Minneapolis. There's a lot of streets.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's if you're just tuning in, let's reset the stage here. This is exactly what you think it is. These are snowplow drivers in a obstacle course at the state fair, practicing for the upcoming season, which we hope they're not actually on the road until December.
I don't know. I've got a snowboarder at home that's counting down the days till the first snow. So
we know better.
Yeah.
We know better. All right.
Also, a nice drop of that. Oh man, I should have boned up on my snowplow terminology.
They do have a nice drop. I feel like if I was driving it, it would just be like plunk. It would just Sorry, did I scare you, Anna? Okay.
I feel like they're lining up to do something right now, but I know we can't do this forever. Even though I'm sure all the emails that are coming in right now begging us to stay on the air.
We're getting I'm getting some messages from our fellow managers wondering if we should pull the plug on this, but they seem supportive so far. So we'll find out if we're back on Monday.
Okay. Well, yeah.
We can kind of bring this in for a landing. We got about 4 minutes here, Amy.
That's right. We can't take any more breaks. Darn. There's no safety net. Well, this is enjoyable, and almost like Zen-like. If we were to just let it go and stop talking for a minute, there's some Zen there. Should we just be quiet for like a minute? And
People
see
are
how
probably
that goes?
waiting for us to stop talking.
So. Okay. Ryan!
Amy! It's one of the named snowplows.
You know what? You could just feel it.
A lot.
You could feel it in the air. It was building to something. That's why we stopped talking, because we could feel
plow.
Something was happening, and there it is.
We have Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers on, and now Sir Plows a lot.
It's incredible. I know right now at WCCO, they're standing in front of their TVs going, can you believe what they're doing on Channel 9 right now? And then the money shot right there. All worth it.
There it is. We cannot do any better than that.
We really can't.
Today, so.
Sir Plows a lot. Nice to see you. That's fantastic.
I can't even remember now. I know the city of St. Louis Park also had a naming contest, so their plows are named as well.
Good stuff. Well,
here's just an unnamed snowplow. Nothing to see here.
Another yes.
Get out of the way. We're trying to see Sir Plows a lot.
Oh man!
Well,
all
you
right.
know how it goes. Okay.
Ryan,
have we had enough?
I think we have.
We're running out of time.
Running out of steam.
Oh,
well,
how about that?
We'll talk about that for a long time.
Lynx playoff on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Twins final homestand of the season at Target Field. So if you want to get out to see some baseball, Scott Keller, our photographer on that, he did a tremendous job.
He did, Scotty.
Yeah, I don't know if he had to actually pick up his tripod and move back because they were getting a little close to him.
Thank you, Scott.
Great job, Scotty. Amy, take it away.
I got nothing, Ryan. Other than Amber just texted me and said in the North Metro this weekend, the mermaid statue is unveiling in Mounds View, and this is a very big deal. So if you are in the North Metro, in the Mounds View area, you must go check out the mermaid statue unveiling. And that is all.
Say no more.
Okay, that is our mic drop moment. Thank you for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it. We are going to be back on Monday. Whether or not we have people to watch us, that is to be determined. But we hope that you'll be there with us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you. Bye.